Max was a golden retriever with a heart full of kindness. He lived in a small village surrounded by beautiful mountains. Max loved helping everyone in the village, from children to the elderly. One sunny morning, Max decided to explore the world beyond his village. With a wagging tail and a bark of excitement, he set off on his journey. The first stop on his adventure was a bustling city full of tourists. Max wandered through the city streets, amazed by the tall buildings. As he walked, he noticed a little boy crying by the fountain. Max trotted over and gently nuzzled the boy's hand. The boy smiled through his tears and hugged Max tightly. Max realized the boy was lost and decided to help him find his parents. They wandered through the crowded streets together, looking for familiar faces. Max's keen sense of smell led them to a nearby CAF. There, the boy's parents were frantically searching for him. Max barked happily as the family was reunited with tears of joy. The parents were so grateful that they treated Max to a delicious meal. After his city adventure, Max decided to explore a nearby beach. The beach was full of tourists enjoying the sun and surf. Max loved the feeling of sand under his paws and the sound of the waves. As he played in the water, he noticed a group of children struggling to build a sandcastle. Max ran over and started digging in the sand with his paws. The children giggled as Max helped them build the biggest sandcastle ever. The castle was so impressive that it attracted a crowd of onlookers. Everyone cheered for Max and the children as they put the finishing touches on their masterpiece. Max felt proud to have brought so much joy to the beach. After a day of fun, Max found a cozy spot under a palm tree to rest. The next day, Max continued his journey to a nearby forest. The forest was peaceful, with tall trees and chirping birds. Max loved the fresh scent of pine and the cool shade of the trees. As he explored deeper into the forest, he came across a hiker who was lost. The hiker was tired and scared, unsure of which way to go. Max barked reassuringly and began leading the hiker back to the main trail. The hiker was amazed by Max's sense of direction and followed him closely. After a few hours of walking, they finally reached the trailhead. The hiker was so grateful that he gave Max a big hug and shared his sandwich. Max wagged his tail, happy to have helped another person in need. After the forest, Max decided to visit a nearby mountain. The mountain was steep and challenging, but Max was determined to climb it. As he made his way up, he encountered a group of tourists struggling with the hike. Max encouraged them with his energetic barks and playful antics. The tourists laughed and followed Max's lead, feeling motivated by his enthusiasm. Together, they reached the mountain summit, where a breathtaking view awaited them. The tourists thanked Max for his help and took lots of pictures with him. Max felt a deep sense of accomplishment as he gazed out at the stunning landscape. After the mountain, Max's next adventure took him to a charming little village. The village was known for its beautiful gardens and friendly people. Max wandered through the colorful flower beds, enjoying the sweet scent of blooming flowers. He noticed an elderly gardener struggling to carry a heavy watering can. Max quickly ran over and nudged the can with his nose, helping the gardener water the flowers. The gardener smiled warmly and patted Max on the head, thanking him for his kindness. Max spent the rest of the day helping the gardener with his work. Together, they planted new flowers, trimmed bushes, and made the garden look even more beautiful. The villagers were impressed by Max's helpfulness and gave him a basket of treats. Max wagged his tail in gratitude, feeling loved by everyone he met. As the sun set, Max found a cozy spot in the garden to rest. The next morning, Max decided to visit a nearby lake. The lake was serene, with clear blue water and gentle waves. Max loved swimming, so he eagerly jumped into the water. As he swam, he noticed a group of children trying to catch fish with a net. Max swam over to them and started herding the fish toward the net with his paws. The children cheered as they finally caught a big fish, thanks to Max's help. They named the fish Max in honor of their new furry friend. After swimming, Max lay on the shore to dry off in the warm sun. His next adventure took him to a bustling marketplace. The market was full of delicious smells and interesting sights. Max wandered through the stalls, sniffing the air and wagging his tail. He noticed a vendor struggling to set up his stand. Max ran over and helped the vendor by pulling on ropes and holding down a tent flap. The vendor was amazed by Max's strength and cleverness. He rewarded Max with a juicy piece of meat from his stand. Max happily gobbled up the treat, feeling proud of his work. After the marketplace, Max visited a nearby park. The park was full of families having picnics and playing games. Max loved the sound of laughter and the sight of children running around. He joined in on a game of fetch, bringing a ball back to a little girl every time she threw it. The girl giggled with delight and gave Max a big hug. Max felt happy to be surrounded by so much love and joy. As the day came to an end, Max found a comfortable spot under a tree to rest. The next morning, Max continued his journey to a nearby farm. The farm was full of animals, from cows to chickens to horses. Max loved the smell of fresh hay and the sound of animals making noises. He noticed a farmer struggling to round up some runaway sheep. Max sprang into action, herding the sheep back into their pen with ease. The farmer was grateful for Max's help and gave him a bowl of fresh milk. Max lapped up the milk, feeling satisfied and happy. After the farm, Max decided to visit a nearby town. The town was small, but full of friendly people and interesting shops. Max wandered through the streets, greeting everyone with a wagging tail. He noticed a woman struggling to carry a heavy bag of groceries. Max ran over and gently took the bag in his mouth, carrying it for her. The woman was surprised and delighted by Max's helpfulness. She thanked him with a warm smile and a pat on the head. Max felt proud to have made her day a little easier. As the sun set, Max found a cozy spot by the town fountain to rest. The next morning, Max continued his journey back to his village. He had seen so much and helped so many people during his adventures. Max felt fulfilled and happy as he trotted through the familiar streets of his village. The villagers welcomed him back with open arms and lots of treats. Max knew that no matter where his adventures took him, he would always have a home in the village. As he settled down in his favorite spot by the fire, Max felt content, knowing he had made a difference in the world.